Hello. Quick hitter on how to mark a student as absent excused. Now, this is not the most functional system ever in the attendance app, and I'll just have to show you what you need to do. So I'm here in a course. This is roll call, and I'm going to pretend that Mason Test Conklin needs to be marked absent excused. You would think what you would do would be toggle through until you get to the absent excused button, but there is no absent excused button. You would think what you would do is then mark them absent and then somehow flag that it's excused, and you can do that, but what that will do is penalize the student when an excused absent shouldn't be penalized. Marking them absent will give them a 0 for that class. Marking them tardy will give them an 80 for that class. But you don't want to mark them as present because they weren't. So here's what you need to do. You actually need to leave an excused absence as an unmarked attendance item, this no smoking sign. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add a badge to let you know that even though the student was unmarked, indeed they were absent but excused. To do that, you have to add a badge. So if you don't have any badges added, you'll see that this is Mason Test Conklin. This is the options. We have it as unmarked. We're going to go ahead and add a badge, and we're going to call this badge excused absence. We'll give them a star, I guess, and purple. Say badge. So here we are. When you click it, then it's active. All right, so now I can see by looking at this date that Mason Test Conklin unmarked was an excused absence. Here's the problem. You'll have that marked in there and it will persist, but when you go to do things like export attendance data, the badges don't get exported. When you go to, especially on my end as an administrator, as an early alert liaison between Canvas, whenever I pull the attendance reports don't include those badges. So you have a record of it. You can go back and check by going through the roll call app and going to that specific date, but you can't just export it. So this is what you do. It creates a record of it, but then you have to actually navigate to the specific class to find that it was indeed an excused absence. It is not the best system, but it's what we have right now. So again, I'm not thrilled about this, but it's what we have for now, and we hope that soon Canvas will roll out a new attendance functionality that will include this built in rather than just having to make it a badge. All right, that's this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye. Okay, so real quickly, I want to show you what actually happens. We have this Mason Test Conklin. Remember that we clicked on the More button and we marked as excused absent. Notice that we did not do that. Whoops, should be unmarked. Notice we did not do that for Jessica Conklin. We did not mark her as an excused absence with a badge. Okay, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to export that attendance report so you can see what happens. So I go to roll call, attendance report, and I'm going to go from the start of class. I'm going to go to today, and it's going to send me that email with the report in it. I'll go ahead and run that report. Then I go to my email inbox. Here's here's that attendance report. I click on this really long link. It downloads the attendance report. I click on that attendance report to open it, and here's what you get, Zot. You get a list of students, the date, and what they were marked. You see we have present, 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 late, present, 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 late, absent, late, present, absent. So you'll notice that it's not exporting any of the unmarked items until we get down here to the bottom. Because I added that badge to an unmarked student, it is actually posting as unmarked. Okay, there are tons of unmarked Mason Test Conklins in the attendance. And that's the only one that showed up because that's the only one for which I had a badge. Let me go back and see if I can add a badge in 10.3 in attendance and see if it will export that. So I'm going to go to 10.3. And I'm going to mark Jessica Conklin as excused absence. Again, this is a test student. She's here to observe. Now I'm going to run that attendance report again. Start date 8/19, end date 11 today. Run that report. Waiting, checking my email. Here comes the roll call plus the wrong big long link. Open it up, and now we're looking in 10.3 for another unmarked student. Open that up a bit. It didn't mark her. Oh, here it is. Came in unmarked. This is the day at which I actually added it. Okay, so that's at least one thing. You know that if you have an unmarked student and you add a badge, it will export in the data for, it will be included in the export as an unmarked item, whereas students that are just unmarked and don't have the badge are not exported. It's something. It's not the best, but it is something. All right, thanks a lot. See you soon.